You love your rabbit, but most rabbit owners are slowly harming their rabbit and have no idea. Rabbits are sold as easy, low-maintenance pets, but welfare researchers have identified 13 specific habits that cause chronic stress, disease, and a shortened life, and most of them feel completely harmless from the outside. Today, we go through every single one. Each point is backed by real science and animal welfare research, and each includes a clear fix. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to change and why it matters. Number 1. Keeping your rabbit in a small cage or hutch is the most damaging mistake owners make, and the one that quietly sets every other welfare problem in motion. The European Food Safety Authority gives a blunt verdict. Conventional cages rank dead last for rabbit welfare across all housing systems in the European Union. The core issue is chronic movement restriction. Rabbits are built to run, stretch, and explore. In a cramped cage, your rabbit can't even stand upright or take more than a few hops. That lack of space leads to underdeveloped muscles, weak bones, and a surge in stress hormones. Studies show that rabbits confined to pet store cages, typically just 0.3 square meters, display up to 30% higher stress hormone levels, double the rate of abnormal pacing, and a much greater risk of obesity and joint disease. The consequences go far beyond boredom. Restricted movement shortens lifespan, accelerates arthritis, and leaves your rabbit in a permanent state of frustration. The fix is clear and non-negotiable. Your rabbit needs an enclosure at least 3 to 4 times their fully stretched body length, with enough height to stand upright and space to sprint. If you thought this was bad, wait until you hear the other things. But everything starts here. A rabbit's health and happiness depend on room to move. In second place, denying your rabbit daily room to run quietly inflicts a level of physiological stress most owners never see. Even if you have upgraded from a tiny cage, restricting your rabbit to a pen or hutch for most of the day leaves its body in a state of constant tension. Research from the University of Bristol measured stress hormones in rabbits given only 3 hours of runtime each day. The results were unmistakable. Corticosterone, the main stress hormone, stayed significantly elevated and abnormal pacing doubled. But when rabbits were given 24-hour access to a run, their hormone levels normalized within just 2 to 3 days. This is not about letting your rabbit out for a quick hop and calling it exercise. Rabbits are built for bursts of high-speed running, sudden turns, and long exploratory sessions. A static enclosure, no matter how big, cannot replace the freedom of movement their bodies crave. The fix is simple, but non-negotiable. Schedule multi-hour, continuous run periods every single day. If you cannot provide a safe, rabbit-proofed space for at least 6 hours, you are setting your animal up for chronic stress, muscle loss, and a shorter life. Did you think this was bad? Wait until you hear the other things. But giving your rabbit real freedom to move is the next fundamental step after space, and the fastest way to reverse hidden harm. Third on our list, keeping your rabbit alone is a silent but powerful source of suffering. Rabbits are wired for companionship, not solitude. When you isolate a rabbit, you are not just denying it a playmate, you are triggering a chronic state of stress that quietly undermines both physical and mental health. International welfare guidelines are clear. Organizations like the Canadian Council on Animal Care and PHLASA strongly recommend housing at least 2 compatible rabbits together. The science backs this up. A meta-analysis of laboratory studies found that rabbits living in pairs or groups have cortisol levels about 30% lower than those kept alone. That drop in stress hormones translates to real behavioral change. Socially housed rabbits show roughly 25% fewer stereotypies, such as pacing, biting cage bars, or over-grooming. These repetitive actions are not quirks. They are warning signs of psychological distress. Owners often misread a quiet, solitary rabbit as content, but stillness in a prey animal is usually fear, not peace. If you are worried about fighting, gradual bonding under supervision is the proven route. Never just toss two rabbits together. Look for signs of compatibility, use neutral territory, and be patient. Pair or group housing is not just a kindness, it is a basic welfare need. Your rabbit's well-being depends on having a companion who speaks its language. Did you think this was bad? Wait until you hear the other things. Giving your rabbit a friend is one of the most powerful changes you can make for its health and happiness. Number 4. Giving your rabbit a full-body bath is one of the most dangerous mistakes you can make, even if your intentions are good. Rabbits are not built for immersion. Their dense undercoat traps water against the skin, causing core body temperature to plummet within minutes. Veterinary manuals from the British Veterinary Association and the American Veterinary Medical Association warn that hypothermia can set in after just 5 to 10 minutes, especially if the rabbit is not dried and warmed immediately. The shock of being restrained and submerged triggers a surge of stress hormones, which can push your rabbit into circulatory collapse or even fatal gastrointestinal stasis. Unlike dogs, rabbits can't shake off water or regulate their body heat quickly. Even a single bath can leave your rabbit lethargic, shivering, and at risk of not eating or passing feces, a medical emergency known as gastrointestinal stasis that can kill within 24 hours. The solution is simple. Never give a full-body bath unless a veterinarian prescribes it for a specific medical reason. For soiled fur, use a damp cloth to spot clean, then dry thoroughly. If you ever have to bathe your rabbit in an emergency, keep the water lukewarm, limit exposure to seconds, and contact a veterinarian right away. Did you think this was bad? Wait until you hear the other things, but knowing the risks, you can protect your rabbit from a preventable crisis and choose safer, science-backed care. Number 5. Grabbing, scruffing, or restraining your rabbit roughly is one of the fastest ways to break trust and cause real harm. Rabbits are prey animals. Every instinct tells them to panic when lifted without support or held tightly by the scruff. The consequences aren't just emotional. A rabbit's spine is delicate. A sudden kick or an unsupported lift can snap vertebrae, leading to paralysis or even death. Veterinary literature documents spinal fractures from mishandling as a leading cause of emergency euthanasia in pet rabbits. Even when injury doesn't occur, rough handling spikes cortisol, the main stress hormone, and leaves your rabbit fearful of human contact. Studies show that rabbits picked up with full body support, one hand under the chest and the other cradling the hindquarters, have significantly lower stress hormone levels and recover from handling faster. The correct hold means never lifting by the ears, scruff, or legs, never pinning your rabbit on its back, and always keeping the body close to yours for security. Gentle, predictable handling isn't just safer, it teaches your rabbit that you're not a threat. Did you think this was bad? Wait until you hear the other things, but every lift is a chance to build trust and keep your rabbit healthy. Number 6. Failing to provide your rabbit with a hiding place quietly erodes its sense of safety every single day. Rabbits are prey animals, wired by evolution to seek shelter at the first hint of danger. When you leave your rabbit exposed in an open pen or a bare enclosure, you force it to stay alert, never able to fully rest or relax. The impact is more than psychological. Animal shelter audits found that adding hide boxes reduced escape-related injuries by 27% and led to rabbits spending noticeably more time resting instead of anxiously scanning for threats. Without a place to disappear, your rabbit lives in a state of constant, low-level stress, which suppresses immune function and raises the risk of digestive problems. You might think your rabbit is calm when it's still, but that stillness is often fear, an animal frozen because it has nowhere to hide. The fix is immediate and simple. Add a cardboard box, a tunnel, or any covered space large enough for your rabbit to turn around inside. This one change transforms the enclosure from a trap into a refuge, letting your rabbit finally drop its guard and feel secure. Did you think this was bad? Wait until you hear the other things. Number 7. Feeding your rabbit the wrong diet is a mistake that quietly sets the stage for some of the most dangerous health crises in pet rabbits. The myth of the pellet-based diet runs deep. Many owners believe that a bowl of commercial pellets, topped with a few carrots or treats, is all a rabbit needs, but the science is clear. A rabbit's digestive system is built for constant, high-fiber grazing, not concentrated low-fiber meals. When pellets and treats crowd out hay, the result is a sluggish gut and a sharp spike in gastrointestinal stasis, the leading cause of emergency vet visits and sudden death in rabbits. A randomized controlled trial found that adding unlimited Timothy hay to the diet dropped the incidence of gastrointestinal stasis by 63% compared to pellet-heavy feeding. The right ratio isn't a suggestion, it's a life-saving rule. Hay should make up at least 85% of your rabbit's daily intake, with pellets and treats strictly limited. This isn't just about digestion. A hay-first diet keeps teeth worn down, gut bacteria balanced, and natural foraging behavior intact. If you're relying on pellets, you're not just feeding your rabbit the wrong food, you're risking its life. Did you think this was bad? Wait until you hear the other things. But a simple shift to unlimited hay can transform your rabbit's health, energy, and lifespan. Number 8. Skipping veterinary care quietly leaves your rabbit exposed to preventable disease and suffering. Even if your rabbit looks healthy, neglecting annual checkups means missing the early signs of dental overgrowth, parasites, or subtle weight changes that signal deeper problems. Rabbits are experts at hiding illness, a survival instinct as prey animals, so visible symptoms often appear only when a condition is already advanced. One of the most powerful arguments for routine vet care is the impact of spaying and neutering. In a 5-year cohort study, female rabbits who were neutered had nearly half the rate of uterine cancer compared to those left intact, a 48% reduction in life-threatening tumors. Annual exams go beyond a quick once-over. A thorough dental check, body condition scoring, and fecal screening all play a role in catching issues before they spiral. Preventive medicine isn't just about emergencies. It's about building a safety net so your rabbit can cope better with stress and live a longer, healthier life. If you've delayed that vet visit, you're not alone. The fix is simple. Schedule checkups, discuss spay or neuter with a rabbit-savvy vet, and treat preventive care as essential, not optional. Did you think this was bad? Wait until you hear the other things. Number 9. Keeping your rabbit in a stressful home environment quietly chips away at its health every single day. For a prey animal, the world is full of threats, loud televisions, barking dogs, unpredictable children, even the constant rumble of household appliances. These background stressors may seem trivial to you, but for your rabbit, they trigger survival instincts that never fully switch off. Animal welfare surveys reveal a telling pattern. Over half of rabbit owners admit to at least one suboptimal practice, often rooted in the belief that rabbits are low investment, easy pets. That attitude leads to cages placed in high traffic areas, rough or chaotic handling, and little thought given to ambient noise or the presence of predators like cats and dogs. The consequences show up in body language, thumping, freezing, flattened ears, and in chronic stress that weakens the immune system, disrupts digestion, and shortens lifespan. The fix is practical and immediate. Create a calm, rabbit-safe zone away from loud sounds and sudden activity, and teach everyone in the home to approach quietly and predictably. Watch for subtle signs of distress, and remember that stillness is often fear, not peace. Did you think this was bad? Wait until you hear the other things. But with a few changes, your home can become a place where your rabbit finally feels safe enough to relax. Number 10. Housing your rabbit outdoors without proper protection quietly exposes it to two of the biggest threats in rabbit welfare: thermal stress and predators. It is easy to believe that fresh air and natural light are always best, but outdoor hutches come with risks that most owners underestimate. The European Food Safety Authority sets a hard line. Ambient temperatures above 28 to 30 degrees Celsius trigger a sharp rise in stress hormones, rapid breathing, and even death from heat stroke. Rabbits cannot sweat or pant. Once the temperature climbs, their bodies have no way to cool down, and mortality rates climb with every sustained heat wave. Cold is rarely as dangerous as heat, but sudden drops, drafts, and dampness can still cause hypothermia, especially in young or elderly rabbits. Then there is the constant threat of predators: foxes, raccoons, dogs, or even neighborhood cats. A wire hutch or garden shed is never enough. Predators can break in, and even the smell or sound of a lurking animal can send a rabbit into panic, causing injuries or fatal shock. The fix is non-negotiable. If you house your rabbit outdoors, you need a double-walled, fully insulated enclosure, predator-proof mesh, secure locks, and constant access to shade, fresh water, and ventilation. Monitor temperatures daily and bring rabbits inside during heat waves or storms. Outdoor living is only safe when every environmental hazard is controlled. Did you think this was bad? Wait until you hear the other things. Number 11. Stopping your rabbit from chewing, digging, or exploring is a silent form of deprivation that undermines both body and mind. Chewing, tunneling, and digging aren't bad habits. They are core survival skills, hardwired by thousands of years as prey animals. When you block these instincts, you don't just prevent mess or property damage. You set the stage for chronic boredom, weak bones, and even self-harm. A landmark enrichment study found that rabbits given tunnels, chew toys, and dig boxes explored their environment 35% more and increased their femur bone density by 8% in just 10 weeks. Without these outlets, rabbits develop abnormal behaviors, such as bar biting, obsessive licking, or even fur pulling, which are signs of a mind searching for stimulation in a barren world. The fix is practical and immediate. Add untreated wood blocks, willow balls, cardboard tunnels, or a simple box filled with shredded paper. Change up the terrain, rotate toys, and let your rabbit dig, chew, and tunnel every day. This isn't spoiling your pet, it's restoring the natural complexity their bodies and brains depend on. Did you think this was bad? Wait until you hear the other things. But giving your rabbit real enrichment is the key to a healthier, more content companion. Number 12. Using punishment or scare tactics on your rabbit is one of the fastest ways to destroy trust and to trigger lasting fear. As prey animals, rabbits are hardwired to interpret sudden shouts, water sprays, or rough grabs as threats to their survival, not as lessons to be learned. Science is clear. Aversive handling does not teach better behavior. It conditions your rabbit to avoid you, to hide, or even to lash out. In a 2018 owner survey, households that used spray bottles to stop chewing saw a threefold increase in hiding and a 45% spike in aggression. Laboratory studies confirm the pattern. Rabbits exposed to negative reinforcement show long-term avoidance and elevated stress hormones. Over time, repeated punishment can push your rabbit into a state known as learned helplessness, where it stops exploring, stops interacting, and simply freezes in place. This is not discipline. It is chronic stress that erodes every aspect of welfare. The fix is absolute. Replace punishment with positive reinforcement. Reward. Calm, desired behaviors with treats and gentle praise. Redirect misbehavior by making the environment safer. Cover wires, offer safe chew toys, and block off forbidden areas. If your rabbit is acting out, look for the root cause: boredom, fear, or unmet needs. Building trust takes patience, but it is the only path to a healthy, confident rabbit. Did you think this was bad? Wait until you hear the other things. A shift in your approach can repair the bond and give your rabbit the safety it deserves. And finally, in 13th place, acquiring a rabbit without doing the research is the single mistake that quietly sets the stage for every welfare problem on this list. Surveys of owners in North America and Europe reveal a stark reality. More than half of rabbit owners admit to at least one suboptimal care practice, often rooted in a lack of knowledge about the animal's true needs. The most recent Delphi consensus among rabbit welfare experts is blunt. Gaps in owner understanding of behavioral and health requirements are the top predictor of preventable suffering. Too many people still believe the myth that rabbits are easy, low-maintenance pets, when in fact they are complex, social prey animals with highly specific housing, diet, and social needs. Failing to prepare means missing critical details: the need for space, companionship, constant hay, and gentle handling. Every error, whether cramped cages, poor diet, isolation, or skipped veterinary care, can be traced back to not knowing what questions to ask before bringing a rabbit home. The solution is not guilt, but action. Before you adopt, work through a comprehensive checklist covering housing, diet, access to a veterinarian, bonding, and enrichment. Knowledge is not a luxury. When you do the research first, you give your rabbit the chance to thrive, not just survive. Across all 13 habits, one truth stands out. What feels harmless to you can quietly devastate your rabbit. These animals are not easy, low-maintenance pets. They are complex, social prey creatures whose needs challenge common assumptions. Science shows welfare is built on understanding, not convenience. Better care starts the moment you question what you've always believed. Your rabbit's well-being depends on what you choose to do next.